Good morning. My name is Red Moon Eagle, and you are watching Daily Devotions with Red Moon Eagle. And occasionally Astra joins us. Looks like she's deciding. And we are in the tide of renewal between the spring equinox and the summer solstice. This is a banked video. I'm not sure when this is going to go out, but I have been trying to make sure I have quite a few banked videos because I get busy, and sometimes I just like to make sure that there's something going out into the world that is uplifting and prayerful and mindful, because we're going to be getting busy. And I wanted to remind you that there's over 365 days of daily devotional available. And I also have a self-paced course out that you can look at for learning about energy sensitivity, empathy, and earth sense. It's a basic one. I have a couple more I'm filming right now. So they're going to be in tiny little chunks, so they're really affordable. And they have really quick modules that you can do as you go and activities. So, okay. So the first card of today is the tarot card, the Magician. And magicians are about manifestation, power, resourcefulness. The downside to magician when it's reversed, it's manipulation, poor planning. And this particular magician, he's not holding any of his tools of power. And in this particular deck, there's three magicians. One is touching a couple of his tools of power. One is holding all of his tools of power. And then there's this one where he's not really touching any of it, which means there is awareness, but there's not a lot of conscious awareness in this Magician card. So there's planning going on. There may be manifesting, but manifesting by accident. And when this card is reversed, it's everything is unconscious, and the unconsciousness is also very destructive to yourself and to others. So just be very aware that with this card today, it is really warning you to be aware of all of the tools that you have in your repertoire, your blueprint, your gifts, having awareness of what your gifts are and how they're different from other people's. What is your natural number and what makes you different from someone else in your body? And are you in a shame, fear, or disappointment spiral? What are the things that are unconsciously driving behaviors that could be, I'm not going to use the word negative, but could be less beneficial to you. Okay, so then in the Egyptian Gods Oracle, we have Tath, God and patron of craftsmen and architects, as well as knowledge and the know-how. He is the engineer. He is the bricklayer, the blacksmith, the artist. He is depicted as a mummified man with a beard holding an Ankh scepter, the symbol of life. The Jed staff of power, a symbol of stability. Tath provides you with the state of effortless concentration, bringing you lightness and familiar skill. He will make it easy for you to perform all manner of operations. Under his influence and through sincere, serene objectivity, you have a chance to transform your work into play and develop a power of mental development, the ability to transform things or the capacity to awaken passions but also dominate them. Interestingly enough, Tath is one of those gods of mind. And I talk a lot in daily devotions about not over-minding it, but Tath tells us to mind it. And mixed with the Magician, it's bringing the unconscious into consciousness. He's also about skill and labor and creativity, but creativity with mindfulness. Some of Tath's power has more to do with the bringing the unconscious conscious. And some of that comes through your body awareness, your spiritual awareness, your emotional awareness, and bringing it into mindfulness, but mindfulness with connection to all of the others. So you can mind it too much and get lost in the mind. And our Western paradigm tells you to think, but rejects the heart, rejects the emotion. So make sure that all these things that are kind of going on unconsciously in body and spirit and emotion in the wheel, that you bring those things with intention and consciousness with mind. And in the sacred self-care, we have plan a vacation. The mantra is, I find adventure and inspiration everywhere. And the journal prompt is, what small practical steps can you take to manifest the resources and time you need to take a vacation? And vacation is something that I learned many, many years ago because I lived in a military family and we traveled all the time. And travel became kind of a burden at one point in my life, and I really don't want to have to get up and go somewhere to have a vacation sometimes. And I giggle a little bit when I started hearing the phrases staycation, and I was like, oh, I mastered that a long time ago. And a staycation is where you don't necessarily go very far from home. You're still near home, but you're looking at where the natural environment gives you an opportunity to separate from the hustle and the bustle and the push and the worry of job and all that other stuff. And where can you stay close? Maybe even just sleep in your own bed at night. Or can you take your tent and go into public land? Is there something close to you? Is there a park? Is there somewhere that you can go outside, maybe camp in a little tent on public land, maybe half an hour from your house, maybe 15 minutes from your house? How do you get out? And how do you enjoy the world around you and break the monotony of getting up, getting in your car, going to work? Or I think how many people do it today, they roll out of bed, they get dressed, they get in their car, they drive to a coffee place, they get coffee, they go to work, and they're barely conscious. And if you've got kids, you're scrambling to get the kids out the door, and what does that look like? And then you work all day, and then you go pick up kids, or maybe you don't pick up kids, and you go out to dinner, or you stop by fast food, or did you have to go to the grocery store every single night of the week this week because you didn't go to the grocery store on Sunday, or whatever day that suits you? Like, where is the break of the grind where you can plan a time to be away from all of that grind? And I find that getting out, getting on a trail, walking, hiking, being outside, being in nature, and for me, like the other day, I have this beautiful tree out in my front yard, and I go sit out underneath that and look at my new garden that I've been working on. Sometimes I sit off my back porch because I have shade here for half of the day, and enjoy the birds and the sound of water. And I enjoy nature, but I enjoy nature in a way that I'm not going to go to the other side of the country. I'm not going to go to Aruba or Cancun or wherever all these far off places are, because I've been to a lot of far off places and I did enjoy them. But there's also a recognition that I don't have to go very far from home to have a restful vacation, have a restful day. And when I was really chronically sick years ago, my restful days may have been in bed with YouTube or a movie on a DVD player, or maybe it was reading 3 books in a day. Sometimes vacation is just breaking a rhythm and allowing your body to rest, your mind to rest, your spirit to rest, and your emotions. And that's where Taff and Magician is the warning. Like, we need to bring the unconscious to the conscious, to manifest, to be resourceful and conscious in our awareness, and connect all those pieces. And sometimes a vacation is not going away to do those things. I don't know how many of you have experienced this, where you go on vacation and then you need a vacation to recover from your vacation. That's not a vacation. That's going and doing things and experiencing something you haven't because you're trying to cram that in. There's nothing wrong with that, but recognize that vacation is also supposed to be a place where you rest and you bring that unconscious to consciousness. And it goes from a place of manipulation, untapped talents, untapped potentials, untapped actions, and it brings them into consciousness awareness where you can use it. And Taff says, build, create, plan, but also connect that to that creative piece. Have a beautiful day, my friends, and I will see you in prayer. Blessed be.